Hey guys, it's Paradise, and did you know that it now takes Capcom over a year to create some of Monster Hunter's biggest and baddest monsters? For Wilds, the development team unusually dropped some insights into the monster creation process, and it is really interesting if you are a fan of the series. It's crazy to see just how far they've come from the original visual style of Monster Hunter 1 to the heavily detailed graphics of Monster Hunter Wilds. So in today's video, we're going to share with you a few awesome things that you may have missed like this. We have videos of the actual pre-order bonuses in-game, and Capcom have finally released some very short clips of that exclusive behind closed doors demo that includes capture of some of the returning monsters. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. We have always wondered how long it takes for the monsters to be developed for Monster Hunter games, especially so for some of the very cool ones like flagships, or just your favorite, or something very eventful like Kolv Taroth. It's very interesting information to know and helps add context as to how many monsters we can typically expect in something like post-launch content, and we know from a Screen Rant article they actually have some insights into this, where they say, according to Monster Hunter Wilds art director Fujioka, in an interview with Screen Rant, designing each monster takes roughly a year from start to finish. However, Fujioka reveals that monsters aren't designed at one time. The team typically have several in the works at once, and many monsters are designed and created at the same time in parallel. Fujioka said, so it's kind of hard to tell which monsters took how long, but typically in average from planning a monster, designing it, making the models, animations, it usually takes 1 year for a monster. It's pretty crazy that some of these monsters take over a year to make, but to add some extra context for some of the monsters that share skeletons and similarities, we are sure this dramatically helps speed up the process. Fujioka said that Arekkz took longer than a year to make in an interview, and it was particularly difficult. Just looking at Arekkz and the lack of details we currently have for it, Capcom are definitely holding something cool back here, and we can't wait to see it. We've yet to see the return of Laggy as well, which was in development for Monster Hunter World back in the day, but was binned off. So there definitely are some monsters that take longer than a year to build, even if they are returning monsters. It actually does make us hopeful that they could possibly sneak in Altura, as this has a lot of similarities between some of the monsters in the roster, so maybe we can have a little crossover there to save time on development. If you are into pre-ordering games though, then we have some juicy bonuses to go over, and there's even extras if you have a save for Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, so you'll be happy to hear that we finally got a proper look at some of these pre-order bonuses for Monster Hunter Wilds that you get in-game, thanks to the official Monster Hunter Twitter page. It is always great to see these things in-game, as sometimes the game's promotional material makes it look really cool, but when you get it in-game, it just looks hideous. But luckily for Wilds, that isn't the case. The Guild armor set is a layered armor set with a sort of musketeer theme, which actually seems to be pretty on theme with the Chematrice's armor. We know from previous information drops that the layered armor set system will unlock pretty early on in Wilds, so if you are there to look good and flex, you won't have to wait too long to do so. This is something that World did really well by having a ton of options for layered armor, and we loved the USJ armor set, as we actually hosted lobbies for people to get it when it was Japanese exclusive, so we ran hunts with people so they could get it early. This set though is actually pretty clean, and we can see it being featured in a lot of fashion sets. Maybe it's time to bring back my fashion set series where we showcased yours, the community's best fashion sets. If you don't want to pre-order the game but you are a seasoned veteran of the series, don't worry, you will still get something awesome, and it is this Palico theme set based on your save data for World or Iceborne. If you have Monster Hunter World save data, you'll get the feline leather and feline acorn spade. Meanwhile, for Iceborne save data, you'll get the iconic snowsuit look with the feline duffel and feline tracker pickaxe. We really do like both of these, and we don't know which one we'll be going with, but we do think the Iceborne one has the edge here, but we have to admit the World one is a classic at this point. In addition to the pre-order bonuses, we finally got a look at some of the footage that was shown exclusively at the New York Comic Con in a behind closed doors demo. We knew what was shown and had some blurry images and footage of the stuff, but now we get a proper look at it with official confirmation. Here we have a short clip of Rathian, and obviously it is Rathian and isn't shocking that it's making a return, but we're happy to see it back, and it makes for the best training dummy for learning the ropes in any Monster Hunter game. In addition to this, we got a short gameplay snippet of Yankut-Ku, and the caption says, "Taking on 3 Yankut-Ku at once, not our finest idea. Beware taking on a herd of this returning foe." Now this does reinforce that Capcom have reworked Yankut-Ku for incorporating a swarming mechanic, so this could actually be a monster that slaps in the game if they all group up and jump you. There's even this new clip of Uthduna explaining exactly how her veil works. It says Uthduna protects itself by creating a veil made up of its own bodily fluids. Keen hunters can attack and destroy the veil, leaving the monster more vulnerable and reducing the impact of its attacks and its ability to create waves. Well, we're sure we'll be destroying many veils and hunting many Uthdunas, as the armor set of it looks very cool from the screenshots we got from Comic-Con. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed all of that information, and as usual, if there is anything else we find interesting about Monster Hunter, we'll be sure to share it with you here. Here at Arekkz Gaming, we're 2 friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.